Hello, everybody, and welcome to this November's Melody Messages. It's the beginning of a holiday season. It's not called Thanksgiving for no reason. It's a time for us to really sit there and connect with our families, our friends, and for those of us who have no one, connect with those where we can be of service. And one of the most powerful, soothing techniques we can use is gratitude. And one of the things I always recommend for families at Thanksgiving is to sit around the table and everybody give someone else, they pick a name out of a bowl and let them know what they're grateful for. And what happens is it shifts the whole energy around the table. As we give gratitude, we also give acceptance for who people are. It's a very rough time right now in the world. And finding some peace and finding some understanding, at least of others who may not hold our opinions like we wish they would. So how do we get along during this season? Because this is the time of love, and which I believe is a higher force and a higher energy than the darkness of hate, although hate can do some awfully cruel things, as we're finding out. So as we come to this Thanksgiving, I want to give you a couple of tools and skills because in all honesty, we're human. We will get triggered by our family members. We will want to run away and go live in a cave. And this is a time for bonding and realizing the power of connection and love is the power of healing. And if there's someone in your family that you're finding, or a friend that you're finding you have a difficulty with, I always say, we can forgive them, but it doesn't mean we have to play baseball with them. That's our part, is setting those boundaries. But the energy that comes from forgiveness is something that frees you and opens you up to abundance and peace inside your own body. Because love and forgiveness are energies that calm us. Now, sometimes people say, oh, it's too hard to forgive. I can't forgive. And I absolutely understand. Sometimes the best route to do is first come to understanding that whatever the reason is that's made them the way they are, we can at least understand it. We don't have to condone it, but we can understand it. And then out of that understanding comes some compassion. They're human beings, for whatever reason, have a point of view or an experience that may be so contrary to us, but the compassion for them of being just a human being who's trying to find the best way for themselves and their loved ones. Then out of that comes forgiveness. So don't push yourself too hard. Go through those steps: understanding, compassion, and then forgiveness. And it will at least calm your body down. We don't know what it does to the other person, but we know at least it brings down your immune system. It builds up your immune system. It brings down your inflammation system. And it really helps the brain sort out what really is appropriate, because when we're activated emotionally, it's right here in our limbic system between our right ear and our right eye. And when it's sent, the brain, thank God it's there, it senses dangers, it sends out these adrenals and cortisols to get us active. Here's our brain, right? Oh, that's where the eyeballs are. And that's the brain stem that activates the body to react. Now, surgeon that I am, here is where the amygdala sits, which is memories that can be triggered over the holidays. And it connects with some of the areas of the brain that put out adrenals and cortisols and then goes down into the brainstem and into the body. And so our goal, especially when we're with our family, is to find ways to quickly lower those hormones, breathe more slowly, and at least send out some energy of compassion if you can't get to any level of forgiveness. So I'm going to just show you a little diagram here that I have. And your goal this holiday season, get that around, right? This is your resiliency zone. When we get bumped too much, we get aggressive. When we get too low, we get immobilized. So what I want to do is give you a couple of skills to widen this resiliency zone. And this comes from the Trauma Resource Institute. Widen this resource so that you're able to tolerate some of the disruptions that will happen during the holiday season, and seeing families and old memories coming up, regrets, all that sort of thing. So what I'd like to do is, first of all, give you the five senses. Now, this comes from a really smart guy named Peter Levine. You can look him up on the websites. And it's called the five senses because it gets you back into the moment. So you're sitting at the table, you're looking at your uncle, and you want to kick him under the table. Okay, fair enough. Feelings are feelings. Do we have to act on them? I don't think so. But you look at him, and as you're sitting there, you start with smell, which is the most powerful. You smell the dinner. You notice what you're hearing. You notice if you have any taste in your mouth. And as you're doing this, all those hormones are coming down and you don't feel like hurting him anymore or running away from the table. So we have smell, we have taste, then we have hearing and just listening without judgment. And then we have the touch. What kind of chair are we sitting on? Are our feet connecting with the ground? Are we noticing any places in our bodies that are tight? Can we breathe out first? Breathe in for 4, hold for 5, and calm down that heart. Bring down that heartbeat. And 5, just notice 5 things you see around the table or in the living room or wherever you are. And you're going to feel, as that happens and they come down, that you're able to tolerate, not like, tolerate, as you get your feelings and moods and things kicking up. My favorite line for the holiday season: mean what you say, don't say it mean. Does it need to be said by me? Does it need to be said by me now? And does it need to be said by me at all? So I would like to just wish you a very happy Thanksgiving. And for those of you who are alone in this holiday season, it's just a day as well. And one of the greatest ways to get through Thanksgiving is to do service to others. Volunteer somewhere. Take somebody's dog for a walk and find that you're valuable and people will appreciate you, even if you're on your own. So I wish you a very happy Thanksgiving in November, and stay tuned and go Flash, go.